So the pre-chorus sounds like this. So starting with the left hand, you're on the F sharp minor power chord, okay? That's on the 1 and the 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, in your left hand, you've got A, C sharp, and F sharp with your first, second, and fifth finger. 1 and 2 and. And then on the 3, you're going to move all the way down here to the A and the C sharp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you're playing left and right hand together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, on the next part, you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on the 1, the 2, and the 3, you're hitting your A and your C sharp. And then on the 4, you're moving back up to the F sharp. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And with your left hand, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So from the beginning of the pre-chorus, you've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Now we're moving up to an E. 1 and 2 and B, an E, and a G sharp. I like to play it with my first, second, and fourth finger in my right hand. And then my left hand moving down to that E power chord. 1 and 2 and. Then on the 3, we're moving down to a lower E chord. You got G sharp, B, and E. There's an E first inversion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then on the end, you hit that low E. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then you move into 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you're just hitting that E first inversion for the whole bar, and then you're adding in the B and the E in the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then on the 3 you hit the B by itself. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You'll notice I'm still holding that low E down. You're going to hold it down the whole time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right? So you're still holding down the low E. Okay? Now we're moving to a D major 7. In your left hand, it's the D power chord for 2 bars. In your right hand, you're making it the major 7 by just playing an F sharp again. Same inversion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All it is an F sharp minor for bar, F sharp, A, C sharp, just playing in your right hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then you move down to an E, E, G sharp, B, first, third, fifth. You throw in that low octave quietly. It's weird, it's deep but quiet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so the whole pre-chorus is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're moving into the chorus. Really straightforward, okay? You're just playing on the 1s and the 3s, the downbeats. You've got an A in your right hand, A, C sharp, E, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And playing the A octave in your left hand, holding it out the whole time. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now you're moving to an E sharp, B, and E. And in your left hand, you're just going to play first and the fifth. E and B. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? Now we're moving up to an F sharp. You're holding it out for the whole bar. Right? So F sharp, A, C sharp in your left hand. First and the fifth. F sharp, C sharp. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Move to the E. First and fifth. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Then back to the A. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you're just holding out the A and the E for 2 bars in your left hand. In your right hand, it's just the A and the C sharp. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. On the 4, just throwing in that low A. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. On the 3, the next bar, you hit the A and C sharp together. Okay, the whole chorus from the beginning. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 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 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now we're moving into verse 2. It's very similar to the first verse. So starting off, it's the regular melody. Okay, and in your left hand, playing the A power chord. A, E, A. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Once you get to that E, you're going to stop playing in your left hand. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, now we're moving to the D, like usual, just the D and the A. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. The only thing you're doing here is you're adding in that C sharp on the 3. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? And then you're moving to an F sharp minor. Okay? To the E. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. And then back to an A. Root position. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. You're hitting that low A on the 4. From the beginning, it's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? Moving into the second part of the verse. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, so pretty straightforward. You're still playing your power chord in the left hand. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. The only thing is you're adding in one more note to the melody. You're adding in that C sharp. Okay? 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you're coming in on the 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? Now, on the 2, you're going to hit that E and the A once more, still just holding down that low A. So it's 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So very slowly. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Moving up to the D, playing the entire chord, D, F sharp, and A. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So regular rhythm in your left hand. And 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. The only thing is on the 3 you omit that F sharp, and you're following along on the C sharp. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. That last one you hit it pretty hard. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now this is pretty simple. We're moving to the F sharp. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. All that is, you're playing on the downbeats in your right hand. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and to the E. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and to the A. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. 3, and 4. And in your right hand, you're playing your power chord. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And on the 4, you hit the high note. Move down. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And then you hit the octave. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 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 3, and 4. And okay, now we're moving into the second pre-chorus, which is actually easier than the first pre-chorus. Okay, so you're playing in your right hand, starting on the F sharp chord. Okay, then you're moving to the E. Then you're moving to the D, which this time is F sharp, A, and D. And then you're doing your F sharp to your E, right? You're playing on the downbeat, so 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And so the difference here is that last E, you're throwing in the high E. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. In your left hand, you're playing octaves on the 1, and then on each downbeat, you're just playing your low note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay? Together it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 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 2, and 3, and 4, and now we're moving into chorus 2. Pretty darn straightforward, okay? 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and alright, so all that is you're playing the A, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and holding it, then playing it again on the 3. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and in your left hand, you're starting on the A octave. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and together it's like this. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and okay, now we're moving to an E, of course, the E octave. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and so you just play it twice, and then you're done. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and move up to the F sharp octave in your left hand. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and to the E. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and to the A, an octave. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and alright, so on the A, you start playing on each downbeat. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and okay, and in your left hand, you're just holding the octave. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and so on that 3 and, you hit that low A. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and okay? And now we move into the bridge. It's kind of funky. I stole this from the radio version of this song. I'm going to count it out and play the bridge slowly. You'll notice that the rhythm is slightly weird in the right hand. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and that's the first part of it. Okay, so what that is, start off on a B minor. In your right hand, that's B, D, F sharp. I use first, second, fourth finger. In your left hand, it's just this low B. Okay? And you hold that for a whole bar. Come in together. You move up to a B note. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So it's B with your first finger, then to D with your second finger, F sharp with your fourth finger, back to D with your second finger. And listen to the timing on this. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Working on the ands a lot. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now the rhythm changes, okay? So we're going to move to an E. In your left hand, you're moving up, not to this E, but up an entire octave. You should play with your first finger. And then in your right hand, you're playing this E chord, okay? B, E, G sharp, first, second, fourth finger, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So that melody is just an E chord, E, G sharp, and then B twice. But instead of coming in on the and, you're coming in on the 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's like offsetting the rhythm a little bit. It's how they do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, starting from the B minor really slowly. We're going to have to practice this a bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, once you got that, it gets exponentially easier. Move to the A chord. And then you're just going to tap the low A in your right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now back to a B minor, but much easier this time. This time, you're hitting that higher B in your left hand, and you're just going to play the chord in your right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you leave it out on the 1, but then you play it on each beat after that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So then we move up to an E. Now it's easiest if you play the E with your first finger, and you'll see why in a bit. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Move up to the E. B, E, G sharp. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On the 4 you hit that E again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then you're already on the E here, which is part of the A, which is the chord we're going to. We're going to play this little melody thing. Forget about the timing. It's pretty straightforward. It's like a formula. You hit the A, okay? And then you have this little melody in your right hand. G sharp, B, A. But before each note in that melody, you're going to hit the low A. Now for the timing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in your left hand it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's on the ands, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're going through the progression one more time, starting the B minor, but this time you do play the B minor on the first beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. You're just holding the E in your left hand. Actually play it with your first finger. And now we're going to move back to the A. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so it's just the A, then hitting the A on the downbeats, but then on the last A, you're going to hit the low A. And I know I said A a bunch of times, but I'll show you. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So now we're going to go to the B minor one more time. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. And then we're just going to go back to the A. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Just on each downbeat. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. This is like, I don't know, the post-bridge section. Super easy. Going to start off on the F sharp, octave in the left hand, F sharp, A, C sharp in your right hand. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2 bars. Moving up to the C sharp, same inversion, octave, C sharp, E, G sharp. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 4, and now we're going to play this little lick. Okay, all that is, you're starting on the D octave in your left hand, D, F sharp, A in your right hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2, 2 and, you're going to move up, play the A, D, E, then F sharp, first, second, third, fourth finger, just walking up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Immediately moving to the E. Okay, octave in your left hand, E, G sharp, B in your right hand. Now we're moving into the last chorus, and it's very straightforward. Playing octaves in your left hand on the downbeats, and you're matching that with the chord in your right hand. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So that was straightforward. Moving back to the A, and there's one little addition. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So when you move back to the A, playing it on the 1 and the 3, but then on the and, you quickly hit that high A. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then you move into the next bar, which again is on the 1, the 3, the downbeats. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? Then we start over. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Except this time, we're not playing on the 3, just the 1. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. For the A, you're going to move up, and you're just going to play this A note in your left hand. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So that's that. Thank you, guys. I thought I would share a small story. Today, I was selling coffee at the local farmer's market. And as you folks may have guessed at this point, I'm a pretty big Beatles fan, as well as the Beatles and their solo careers. And I didn't sell all of my cold brew by the end of the day. So I just went around giving it away to the various vendors. And I walked up to this one girl, turns out she's Italian as well, and peeking out from her chair was the Ram album by Paul McCartney. And she had never even heard it, nor was she a huge Paul McCartney fan, but I was about to trade her some coffee for some tomatoes because I live on a farm. But I saw that album and I was like, hey, are you selling that? And she said, no, I just picked it up and I would feel bad selling it. So if you want, we could instead trade coffee for an album. So I traded one cold brew for like a really nice original copy of Ram, which is just fantastic. And I'm super excited. I don't have my record player here on the farm, but at some point I'll listen to it, and I'm super excited about that. Anyways, thank you for listening to my rant. Please like and subscribe, as well as leave a comment. And if you want to become a Patreon, or Patreon, I don't know how to say it, head on over to my Patreon or Patreon page. It's Patreon or patreon.com/Mancinelli. Or check out my website for other cool stuff. We've got the sheet music on there. Thank you, guys. Glad to learn Honeybee. I love this song. And I hope you guys like it too. All right, have a wonderful day.